Hello everyone. Today we're going to take a look at a interesting piece of British Second War headgear, which was mainly used by the British Army for a short period of time, but it was used a lot by the members of the Home Guard. So without any further ado, we shall go ahead and take a look at this item of headwear. Now, what we have here is what is referred to as a field service cap, FS cap, forage cap, side cap, whatever you like to call it. This is an original field service cap. Yes, an original. The badge did not come with it. The badge is Essex Regiment. So just ignore the badge. I've just put it on there. So the field service cap was introduced from 1936 and was basically it was the design of it was actually inspired by a piece of headwear called the, sorry if I butcher this pronunciation, the Gengari. If I have, please let me know. It was a piece of headwear that was inspired by that, and the British Army adopted it in 1936, and they used it right all the way up until the end of the war. The RAF and other branches of the British Army did adopt them as well. So the RAF, the ATS, and there's a few other branches as well. But however, one branch of the British Army that heavily used them was the Home Guard during the Second World War. So what we are going to do is I'm going to take this off the mannequin head, and we shall take a look at it. Now, as you can see, we've taken the field service cap off the mannequin head, so we can get a much more closer inspection of it. So the field service cap, like I said. Now, if you are gonna use these for early war or even Home Guard, I recommend you get originals. Reproductions that you find on the market are made from serge. Originals like this are made from gabardine cloth. So there's that. And apparently there's always the recommendation of getting one in a size up. That is not really necessary, as you find the field service cap being worn in different ways. There's even some period photographs of. There's one photograph of the member of the Home Guard, where you can actually see the field service cap open like that on the inside. And it's actually, if you look on Khaki Web and the 1937 pattern field manual, you can find the soldier actually demonstrating the webbing. He has his field service cap like that. But my personal recommendation is, let's say if you're a size 7, get a field service cap that is roughly a size 7. Size 7 or even 1 up. If you want to, that is. But anyways. So, field service cap. You can see you got the general service buttons on the front. And you actually have this piece of gabardine cloth here, which is where the badge is actually being held on, right there. The interesting part about this is that there were 2 different variants made, one for the other ranks and one made for officers. This one is an infantry one, as you actually have these hooks here on both sides. I'll get into those hooks later. So let's actually take a look on the inside. As you can see on the inside of the field service cap, if I open up on this side, here we have the War Department stamp. So this is an original. It also has an original smell as well. But actually the interesting part is typically you would find a stamp right there somewhere. The interesting part, this was actually stamped on the top, if I can find it. There. See there, there's a stamp. As you can see, there's a circle, or what remains of a circle, then the manufacturer, which is TR Tama, possibly Tama, and it's a size 7. I know it's a size 7 because on the mannequin that has an RAF uniform, I actually put this on there and it fits really well. So it's a size 7. Now there are different placements of the badge. You can have the cat badge here, you can have the cat badge there, wherever really. So now we're going to take a look at the placement of the hooks and what that design is. So if you think, basically with this, if you think of the German, I think it's the M41 or the M43 caps, if you undo the buttons on the front, it folds down to kind of create like a ski cap. With this, if you were to take off the 2 hooks, these are a bit of a pain to undo, so I'm not going to undo them. But if you were to take these hooks off and undo the buttons, this section here would fold down. This part here would actually create a covering for your ears. Same on this side as well. So it would basically cover up your ears. You could, I think you could button it at the bottom. If you need to know what I'm talking about, if you watch the first episode of season 4 of Dad's Army, where they're trying to get a ram, and you mainly see them with these down on their field service caps. The Big Parade, and that's what the episode is called. Service life, like I said, it started in 1937, and it went all the way to, or even 1936. But roughly 1936, 1937. And it went through, and it was used all the way until the end of the war. But however, these would be phased out by the General Service Cap, which is basically a massive khaki beret, if you think about it. They came into service 1943. You do find field service caps days in 1943. Most of them are days in 1943. But you do find the occasional 1936 to whenever. So then, I hope you found this video informative and enjoyable. If there's any other pieces of Second War kit you'd like to see, then please let me know. And thanks for watching.